What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will. Also, go over to my other YouTube channel, Dawson Speaks TV. Make sure you subscribe over there and click that notification bell so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now, let's get into this topic. All right, thanks for clicking on the video. Hope everyone is doing well. Now, as I approach these topics with respect, I want you all to please be respectful in the comment section. Now, we all have to abide by community guidelines here on YouTube. That goes for content creators and those who watch the content. So please be respectful in the comment section. All right, y'all. Now, this story is coming out of Texas, San Antonio, Texas. A San Antonio church employee, and she was very active in her church as well, is headed to prison for stealing from the Windcrest church she worked for years. Sister Lavelle Wilson was sentenced to 7 years in prison earlier this month for stealing approximately $667,542 from the New Creation Christian Fellowship from 2014 all the way until 2019. Lavelle Wilson reportedly worked at New Creation Fellowship for more than 30 years and was serving as executive assistant to the bishop at the church over the course of the embezzlement. So let me get this straight, Miss Wilson. The bishop of that church and his wife trusted you to be in that position for many years, and this is the thanks that you give them? Now, for those of you who don't know, the bishop of this church is Bishop David M. Copeland, and his wife, Reverend Dr. Claudette A. Copeland. And they both released a letter on their website about this particular situation, and I'll go over that later in the video. Now, the money was discovered stolen after an internal review of finances was done by the church, according to the county district's attorney's office. Officials said that the church had obtained financial records from the bank because Miss Wilson would not turn over the documents to the internal review committee. Oh man, so she knew that she was caught and she was trying to stall the process by not turning over the documents. Give me a break. Now, according to the district attorney's office, Miss Wilson spent the money on a personal trip to Hawaii, shopping sprees, dining at upscale restaurants, fast food, personal loan payments, and a personal cell phone payment in addition to cash withdrawals. Sister Wilson, what did you do? And you could tell by this picture, compared to all her other pictures, that the stress of this situation has aged her. Now, I'm going to let you all watch this video, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary. And you all know me. I'm Dawson, and I won't hold back.
And now one woman is going to jail for stealing from really the last place that you'd expect. Church happened in Windcrest, and people in that community are telling Japhanie Gray that they still can't believe it.
I can't speak for the church or the victims, but that's got to be a big betrayal to them.
I think that it's really bad that someone would do that, but I'm glad that they actually admitted to it.
People we spoke with in Windcrest are still in disbelief after learning about the massive theft that took place over time at the New Creation Christian Fellowship Church. The church's executive committee learned that church member Lavelle Wilson was stealing money from two accounts she was in charge of managing. The Bexar County District Attorney's Office says since 2014, Wilson stole over $667,000 and spent the money on a trip to Hawaii, upscale restaurants, personal loans, and more.
Pretty selfish thing to do. I mean, that's basically taking money out of the offering plate. That's heartbreaking to know that she's out, basically trying to get caught.
Sean Hurtado says he hopes the congregation can bounce back.
I get kind of sad when I see these types of activities happen within the church, because when that gets put out there to the community, I think it sheds Christianity in a negative light.
We've reached out to the church for comment and have yet to get a response. However, they did release this statement saying, quote, "We appreciate the Bexar County District Attorney's Office for their diligence in prosecuting this case," end quote. Wilson will now spend the next 7 years behind bars.
When she emerges back into society, hopefully she puts her best foot forward and learns from her past mistakes.
Wilson pled guilty to theft and misapplication of fiduciary property. She's waiting to be transferred from the Bexar County Jail to a state facility. In Windcrest, Japhanie Gray, KSAT 12 News.
All right, y'all, let's go in. Now, I want to say that Miss Wilson did admit to all of this, and she pled guilty. So she admitted she did everything. So I just want to put that out there. And I also want to say that on her social media, there were a lot of people, once the news got out that she's going to be sentenced to 7 years, a lot of people came and they were offering, you know how church people, oh, God forgives you and just seek God and we still love you and the grace of God's grace is sufficient, all of that stuff. And I that's wonderful that you all, give her that support. But what you all need to understand, and it's something that Bishop Copeland and his wife understands, is that a criminal mind is a criminal mind. And let me tell you why. In the letter that they posted on their church's website, and you all can go over there, let me put the letter up right now. There's something I want to read to you. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but this lady had a criminal mind. And this is directly from the desk of Bishop David M. Copeland, senior pastor, and his wife, Reverend Dr. Claudette A. Copeland, okay? So I didn't make this up. I just want y'all to know that. And I'm going to skip around. I'm not reading this entire letter. You all can go to their website and read it. I just want to read certain parts. Dear New Creation members and partners, former staff member, and they list her name, Wilson, has been sentenced for the misappropriation of funds. This is a difficult time for the KCICCM partners, churches, and New Creation. As Christian ministries, we stand by our principle of honesty, integrity, and compliance with the law. And the letter goes on to say that the church deals with sin, immorality, and redemption. Here we go. The law deals with crime. You all hear that? The law deals with crime. This lady had a criminal mind. She was doing this from 2014 all the way until 2019. Now, the letter also goes on at the end. They say, we encourage everyone to be prayerful and sensitive to all concerned. They still having some type of sympathy for her, even though she stole money from them and the members of that church for 6 years. Now, I know that there are a lot of people who are offering her, comforting words, and they're supporting her. And even in that letter from Bishop Copeland and First Lady, they're saying to be prayerful and sensitive to all that are involved. I understand that. But you all, had she not been caught, she would still be stealing money from that church. And I honestly don't have any sympathy for her because this was ongoing for 6 years, from 2014 all the way till 2019. She knew what she was doing. Y'all, I don't have any sympathy. I don't. Because I know that there are people in San Antonio who are struggling, and some probably at that church. And this lady, over the course of 6 years, stole over $500,000 going to Hawaii, upscale restaurants, living it up, making, getting cash withdrawals, just doing all types of stuff. And there are people who went to that church and gave their hard-earned money. And this lady was taking it, pocketing the money. She had been at that church for years. And the Copelands, they trusted her. And I also have to say this to, that church and to Bishop and, Reverend Dr. Copeland. Y'all, some of this, for 6 years, and this went unnoticed. I know things have changed now because, y'all done lost over $500,000 to this one woman, but for 6 years, no one checked the finances? Honestly, I'm appalled because this could never happen at the Potter's house. I'm being messy, y'all. Look here. I'm glad that justice is served, Miss Wilson. I feel sorry for your children. I feel sorry for your children. You have young adult children, and I feel sorry for them because you knew exactly what you were doing. You boasted on social media how much you loved your church, how much you loved your bishop, and you loved the First Lady. As a matter of fact, you sent the First Lady a birthday message saying, wishing Reverend Dr. Claudette A. Copeland a very special happy birthday. I love you, Pastor. That's a lie. If you loved the pastor, you wouldn't be stealing from them. Again, you all, I don't know how she was able to get away with this for 6 years, but like I said, if you all have churches, businesses, I don't care how big your business is or your church, be involved in the finances. I'm serious. Get in there. Well, I'm trusting, Sister Sally Sue over the financial department because, she has a master's degree. I don't care. You better go in there in that department and see yourself. Like I said, again, this could never happen at the Potter's house. Until next time, y'all, it's your guy Dawson. Go off in the comments. Let me know what you think about this story. Peace.